everyone. Today I am going to discuss structure of salivary glands, liver, pancreas and intestinal glands. So first what I am going to discuss in this lecture is about the structure of salivary glands. Salivary gland structure comprises of numerous components. We are going to discuss each components briefly. First of all, it is myoepithelial cells, and second one it is secretory cells or axini. It contains serous and mucus. Third one it is intercalated ducts, and fourth one striated ducts, fifth one excretory ducts, and sixth one connective tissue. Connective tissue surrounds all these above mentioned components. Myoepithelial. First one it is myoepithelial cells. Myoepithelial cells are contractile cells. They are stellate or star-shaped cells. They are located between basal lamina and secretory cells. They are also associated with intercalated ducts. Their main functions are, these cells helps in active secretion of saliva, and these myoepithelial cells provide support to the secretory cells. They produce proteins that are tumor suppressor. Second one it is secretory cells. They are also known as acini. They are of two types based on their secretion, and they are serous cells and mucus cells. These two cells differs in their structure and the type of their secretion also. Now, these serous cells produce proteins and glycoproteins. And these serous cells produce enzymatic, antimicrobial and calcium binding functions. There is a spherical nucleus with pyramidal cells. Intercellular canaliculi present between adjacent cells. And second one is mucus cell. They produce glycoproteins. Their secretory end piece has a tubular configuration. The main function of the mucus cells are lubrication, barrier, binding and aggregation of microorganisms. The serous cells form a special arrangement with the mucus cells. Serous cells form also crescent-shaped covering in the mucus cells. Now, the third one is intercalated ducts. These intercalated ducts comprises simple cuboidal epithelium with centrally placed nuclei. Along the surface of these ducts, myoepithelial cells are located. Their main function is to contribute to the macromolecular and fluid components. Sometimes undifferentiated stem cells are also present along with these intercalated ducts. Numerous intercalated ducts joins the striated ducts. These striated ducts contains columnar cells with centrally placed nucleus. Their function is reabsorption and secretion of electrolytes. They perform mainly these two functions. Their cell membranes are highly infolded and contains numerous mitochondria. The last duct is the excretory duct. And this duct finally opens into the oral cavity. The main identification of this duct is that it is larger in diameter. And shape of these cells are pseudostratified columnar epithelium. Small scattered globulate cells are present in it. Epithelium of excretory duct is stratified near the opening. So all of the above glands are associated with, surrounded by connective tissue. Connective tissue comprises nerve and blood vessels. Cells present in the connective tissues are fibroblasts, mast cells, macrophages, adipose cells and plasma cells. The transverse section of salivary gland is here. This upper portion contains striated ducts and this star-shaped portion is the myoepithelial cells. This portion contains intercalated ducts. Next, we are going to discuss about the structure of liver. First of all, liver is the largest gland of our body. It is endocrine as well as exocrine in nature. In adults, it weighs around 2% of our body weight. It performs more than 500 functions in our body. It is the second biggest organ next to skin. We all know that skin is the largest organ in our body. After that, it comes the liver. Gland. It secretes chemical substance called hormones. There are two kinds of glands, exocrine and endocrine. Exocrine gland secretes through the ducts and endocrine secretes directly into the blood. Position of liver. Liver lies in upper right part of our abdominal cavity. That is upper part of our abdominal cavity. Next is shape, size and color of the liver. Shape, it is wedge shape. That is one thick end and tapering to a thin edge. It is reddish brown color. Weight is different in males and females. In males it is 1.4 to 1.8 kilogram and in females 1.2 to 1.4 kilogram. In newborn it is about 150 gram. Next is anatomy of liver. This is the anatomy of liver. The red colored tubular portion is aorta. Next to that blue colored upper portion is inferior vena cava. And next to that is hepatic vein. This is the right lobe and this is the left lobe. Green colored balloon-like portion is gallbladder and next to that tubular portion is common bile duct. The tubular portion that connects the right lobe, it is called hepatic artery and violet color tubular portion is called hepatic portal vein. Next is blood, venous and nerve supply. Blood supply, it is through hepatic artery and portal vein. Venous supply, it is through 3 hepatic veins, that is left, right and middle hepatic vein. And nerve supply, it is through celiac plexus and hepatic branch of and vagal trunk. That is celiac plexus is sympathetic supply and the next one is through parasympathetic supply. Next is the functions of kidney. It secretes bile and stores glycogen. It stores glycogen. It synthesizes serum proteins and lipids. It detoxifies blood-borne endogenous and exogenous substances. That is, it detoxifies substances such as toxins, drugs, alcohols from our body. It is a storage of vitamins like A, D, E, K, B12. It has a regeneration power. That is, if 2/3 of the liver is removed, the remaining liver tissue can regrow to its original size within 5 to 7 days. No other body organs can regrow like this, like liver. Next is about the structure of pancreas. Pancreas. Next is about the structure of pancreas. Pancreas is an organ of the digestive system of vertebrates. It is only seen in the vertebrates. In humans, it is located in the abdomen behind the stomach and functions as a gland. Next is structure of pancreas. Pancreas is an elongated organ. It is about 12 to 50 cm long, consisting of head, body and tail. It is located posterior to stomach with its head in the curve of duodenum. Its body and tail extends laterally. Tail touches the spleen. Pancreas is considered as a mixed gland, that is, it contains access both exocrine and endocrine glands. As exocrine gland, pancreas secretes digestive enzymes into the pancreatic duct, and as endocrine gland, it secretes hormones into the blood. Only about 1% of total weight of gland acts as an endocrine gland, and this portion of pancreas is known as islets of Langerhans, that is, group of cells. 4 special group of cells are alpha, beta, delta and F cells. These cells are found in islets. Next is the functions of these islet cells, that is, alpha cell, beta cell, delta cell and F cells. Alpha cell synthesizes, store and secrete the hormone glucagon, and beta cells produce insulin. Delta cells secrete somatostatin. F cells secrete pancreatic polypeptide, that is released into the bloodstream after the meal. Next is the function of the pancreas. Pancreas has 2 main functions, that is, as an exocrine function it helps in digestion, and as endocrine function that regulates blood sugar. Next is about the structure of intestinal gland. Intestinal gland is the gland present in the body between the villi in the intestinal epithelium lining of small intestine and a large intestine. That is about the middle of small intestine and a large intestine. They are of 2 types, Brunner's gland and crypts of Lieberkuhn. First one, Brunner's gland or submucosal gland. It is present in the submucosa of duodenum. It secretes mucoid secretion. It helps to neutralize acidic chyme. Its secretion is stimulated by local hormone duocrinin. Next one is crypts of Lieberkuhn. It is present in the mucosal layer of duodenum and jejunum. It is the type of simple tubular glands. Its secretion is stimulated by local hormone enterocrinin. They have 4 types of cells. They are surface cells, Paneth cells, goblet cells and Argenthaphene cells. Surface cells release enzymes. Paneth cells release lysozyme and zinc. Goblet cell release mucus. And Argenthaphene cells secrete serotonin. This intestinal gland secretes intestinal juice, or it is also known as succus entericus. Its normal volume is 1 to 2 liter per day, and its pH is 4.6 to 4.8. It releases enzymes. And that's all. Thank you.